Okay. You can go whenever you're ready.
Okay. Uh, hey, Mike and Laura, it's TV's Mr. Neil. Wait a minute. Who's here with me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mike Blanchard, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, us old fogies have to school these youngins on computers.
Yeah, my first computer was a Tandy 386. No sound card, just a PC speaker, no internet. And oh my God, this thing was archaic. Windows 98, try Windows 3.1. 16 colors.
Damn right.
And
Windows
honestly, I
98.
don't know what the hell I did with that thing because all I had was I don't know, Microsoft. No, it wasn't Microsoft Word. I don't know, but there was also Paintbrush. Oh God, what an archaic program that was. Yeah, I think I had Commander Keen, but I never knew how to use it.
Okay, first of all, before we really tear into them, because they are younger than us,
Yeah,
just
I was gonna say this isn't gonna be so much a schooling as making myself feel old.
well, when I listened to episode, I think it was episode 71, and I understand. Mike and Laura are younger than I. Yeah, you and I. I'm 33. I don't know how old you are. Uh,
I'm somewhere in that range.
yeah, somewhere in that range. You're a little higher than me on the evolutionary. um, but I was listening to them and I'm thinking, what Mike said he got his first computer in what year?
Um,
98.
1998, I think.
In 1998. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. For me, because when I was growing up, I started first grade in '86, and for sixth grade or fifth grade graduation was '92. So, um, all throughout elementary school, we had Apple IIc, Apple IIe, all that archaic early Apple stuff in schools. But I never had an actual home computer until I think it was 90 or 91. And my first home computer was an Apple II GS.
Mm.
So I started out as an Apple guy as a kid. And then throughout the rest of my lifespan, I smarted up and went over to the other side.
Yeah, so did I.
uh, and this is not saying that Apple products are bad, but back then, like they were talking about, what could you really do on computers? I remember in my first, second, and third grade classes when we would like do like a computer class that the only thing that they really taught us was an old I don't know if it was a game or a pro I forget. You remember a thing called Logo where it's like this little turtle thing?
Barely.
Yeah. That's how we got our education. And as far as typing and learning to type and getting proficiently fast with typing, we had Mavis Beacon's typing school pro. I don't remember what the hell it was. All as I know is I remember the name Mavis Beacon.
Yeah, I learned to type on a typewriter, believe it or not.
Yes. The problem I always had, and I sometimes still have it today, is when they were trying to teach us how to type on the computer. They're like, you have to sit up straight, which of course all parents said, sit up straight, don't slouch, blah, blah, blah. You had to sit up straight, you had to look at the screen and not look at the keys. I could not do that. I still barely can do that today. Every time I am typing, I have to look at the keys to make sure I'm hitting the right thing properly and then look at the screen to make sure it comes out properly because sometimes you hit the wrong key or you don't hit a space bar or whatever else. And yeah, I remember computers in their infancy. But Mike and Laura are right. The internet, pretty much got its boom in the late '90s, um, and it was crazy. Oh, that dial-up sound! I'm so glad that's gone.
I never
Oh,
had
that
to put
was
up with that, but except that some commercials in the late 90s and early 2000s still use that in their advertisement. you'd hear that, and I'm like, oh, that's really not an attractive noise. Please stop using that.
We're looking at you, AOL.
Yes. AO what? Who uses that?
Yeah, really. It's not AOL anymore. It's AOL.
Yeah. I always called it
Um,
SOL.
yeah. They were talking about in the episode about Netscape. I remember, what was it? Oh God, there was some sort of free internet. It wasn't Netscape was the browser, but there was some sort of like, they all always said, "Oh, free trial." They had those discs everywhere.
Hmm.
So there was something else. Was it? No, it wasn't net. It was Net Zero. That's what it was. Oh my God,
Oh God. Was that the
that
one that had
was.
the ad that was on the screen all the time?
Yep.
Oh, ooh, I had that for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's how we had to connect to the internet in the early days, is either Net Zero or the AOL free trial discs, because back then paying for internet, I mean, wasn't wasn't that important to a lot of people, because everybody's like, "Hey, we should get this for free." um, no, I really enjoyed listening to them talking about this stuff, because it kicked up so many memories of like before that time for me. Because like I said before, with my first computer, the Apple II GS, we didn't actually pay for it. Somebody, because I was born physically disabled. I have a mild case of cerebral palsy that affects the whole right side of my body, and because of that, I was also born with optic atrophy and astigmatism in my eyes. So basically, without correction, I have 2200 vision.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, so I was able to get grants and all that kind of stuff. And we got a grant for a computer for me. I got to choose either IBM or Apple. I don't know why the hell I chose Apple. I might have been the voice modulation thing, because they had voice synthesizers back then. Um, and I remember this thing. It came with the computer, the 3.5 drive, the five and a quarter floppy drive, and it came with all this like learning software and everything else. And it I think my mom one time threw it in my face, is like, "This is a $3,000 thing and a $3,000 package. If you don't take better care of it, blah 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 blah." And you know, I don't know if the Apple II GS back when it was first released. I don't remember what the price of it was. I tried looking it up, but I just didn't know. I just couldn't find it. And and Laura is right. Printers suck.
Yeah, but you shouldn't kick them, especially if they have scanners attached to them.
Hmm.
And don't throw the brush pens. What are you doing, Laura?
Oh man, that's so funny. Just go to a Kinko's, pay to have it done. That's you. Because I don't have a printer today. I mean, I know why Mike needs it for his for his comics and drawing and stuff that he does for work and all that stuff. But for me, it's like I haven't needed a printer in like the last 10 years. I just don't need it, because everything's all electronic now. Yeah, think about that. 1988, 89 through 92, everybody needed a dot matrix printer. You know.
The little the little feed holes that you had to tear off on the sides.
Oh God,
Hated
yes.
those.
So horrible. Yeah. And those stupid oh yeah, yeah, those perforated edges. Oh my God. Those perforated edges on old printer paper are kind of like uh, trying to tear a check out of your checkbook.
Hmm.
Is how? Oh God. But yeah, I absolutely love the episode. I love that they talked about that. I love that they actually decided on a topic compared to episode 70, where, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about our TV stuff. Oh yay, okay. But no, I really enjoyed episode 71, and it brought back a lot of uh, computer memories, some that I tend to forget, or I try to forget. What about you, to close this out?
I don't know. I think I said everything I wanted to say at the top of the show. The just the old Tandy that I had and how horrible that thing was, and how nice it was to finally upgrade after a few years and have something that actually had a sound card, had real color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't believe that was actually a thing at one point. Or at least I never had to put up with monochrome,
the
orange screen, or sometimes even the green screen. That's
green, yeah, the green screens. All right, so you got a closing line for them?
just what I usually say, which is TV's Mr. Neil signing off. Okay.